Thanks for coming back. I missed you. This is The Creator. This is my second time technically reviewing The Creator, but this is my first time with audio description. This film has audio description from Deluxe with William Michael Redman, and it stars John David Washington, and just a whole bunch of other people, including like Allison Janney is in this. But it's mainly John David Washington has to save a child, and yeah, it's like Last of Us kind of, but it's set in a world full of AI technology and robots and synthetics, and they use all these different names for things, but I didn't really like cyborgs. I wanted to hear cyborg more. um it's a future. We start off at the beginning sort of with a look back at the past, at how technology was going to offer us this big, bright, beautiful tomorrow, and immediately we jump to a future in which we AI has apparently turned against us and is being used in different ways, and there are robots everywhere, and who can be trusted, and there's a war that's happening, and the borders of countries have been redrawn, except there's still Los Angeles. Anyway, the borders have been redrawn, and then the war rages on, and it's up to one man who is, at the beginning, he's undercover, and it's John David Washington, and he has to find out this secret super weapon that supposedly the other side has developed. But what is it? No one knows. That's why he's undercover. And at the top, his whole mission is sort of blown by somebody else, and he has to, and he can't remember everything, and he's. Then they're like, well, listen, we've got some intel. Just when you thought you were out, we're gonna pull you right back in. So Allison Janney comes to him and shows him a video, and it's got this woman, Maya, who back when he was undercover, he was in love with, and he was like, oh, I thought she was gone, and she's like, no, this was taken 2 days ago. So in a world of AI and deep fakes and everything, it doesn't faze him at all. And he's just like, yes, I will go with you on this journey. And they go on a journey. And he finds out what the weapon is, and the weapon's a child. And now he has like a moral quandary about life. And he learns more about this war and hears both sides of it. And yeah, it's a good movie. It's exactly what I thought it was as I was watching it. My initial review for the film was point out the fact that Hulu had this film up, and it didn't have audio description, and I watched it already, like it was like a week and a half after it dropped. I tried to watch it. It was a while because there were a lot of films that were around that same time, and I just didn't get to it right away, and it still didn't have audio description, and it was very frustrating to think of the fact that this is a Disney title and it doesn't have audio description on a Disney platform. And lo and behold, they merged, put the beta on of Hulu onto Disney Plus, and then I checked that. It didn't have it over there. Still didn't have it on Hulu a couple weeks later. And finally, I happened to notice it again, and I was like, all right, I'll look one more time in February. Oh my god, look at that. It has audio description on Hulu. Not on Disney Plus, but on Hulu. So finally, like 2 months after it debuted, I don't know when they added audio description. There's no way to sign up for like alerts on when you will provide me with accessibility, please, from Hulu. So it definitely was late. I would say, I think I tried to watch The Creator a second time maybe a month after its original release. So it took them at least a month to put audio description up for this. And then again, like I said, I even tried to watch it on the Hulu beta on Disney Plus, and that didn't work. It just did not want me to watch it with audio description. But now it does, and it's William Michael Redman. Look at that. This is totally the project where I would I'd hire him for any action, sci-fi / horror movies. It's totally his wheelhouse. He makes everything sound way more exciting. He makes little things sound really exciting. It's really well written and described. There are a lot of things here that are. This is mainly like science fiction. Think of this as sci-fi more than any other genre. Yes, it's got a lot of action in it, but it has a lot of things that are futuristic and have no place in the real world and require a lot of audio description, including a lot of these humanesque things, various robots. There are also different kinds and different levels. So he describes them all very, as much in depth as he can in a given period of time. Like when we meet the girl for the first time, she's described not so much as like you'd be able to describe her to a like those artists that work for police, like she mugged me. But more as like okay, so this is how they've blended the human aspects of her with her clearly not human aspects. So that way you can understand her unique design and why she comes across as so incredibly human, but at the same time, there are some sort of glaringly specific design details that reveal the fact that she is still not human. So it's not one of those things where it's like Blade Runner, where he's walking around the whole time wondering, and then we wonder, is he or isn't he? Is he an android? I don't know. They make them to look real human nowadays. No, this one just has human aspects to it, but it's still like on the street, visually you'd recognize it and be like, yup, not human. So it's got some distinguishing features to it. So, but it's a solid film. It's exactly what I thought it was going to be. Not my favorite. It ended up not being my favorite film of the year. I totally think this film probably should and will win in visual effects, either this or Guardians. They don't like to give films to Marvel films. I think they should. Those poor people who have to do visual effects for Marvel films, they do it under really like tight windows, which I think makes it even harder. And then so if their effects actually look great, that's even more of a reason to give them the award, because they did it. Not only did they do it well, but they did it fast. But I can understand why the creator. There are a lot of things here. There are a lot of things I didn't understand the first time around, where I was picking it up and I was like, this doesn't. I don't know what's going on here. And then things made sense to me. I was like, oh, that's why. Oh, that's why. Oh, I get that. Because a lot of things are, it's technology. It's the way technology works in the future. Without being able to describe it, you don't really know. Certain, I mean, even guns are different. There's certain weapons, there's technology, there's easier ways to EMP things. There are like not human, but like human-like bombs that sort of like run out like they're in a video game. Like their sole purpose in life is to run out and explode on a field. And I was like, this has definitely been done in a video game before. Definitely has been done in a video game. Yeah, so it's a pretty decent film. And it's the runtime wasn't a problem for me. Acting, it'd be hard for me to pull a performance out of this. John David Washington does the most here. Allison Janney probably the second most, as sort of is she evil or just misguided leader of the human resistance? Is she nefarious, or is there a reason? she doesn't play it very like mustache twirling, so it's very hard to read. You kind of have to pay attention. And John David Washington just, yeah, it's a great vehicle to help propel him further as a star. You know, I think he's definitely on his way. Um, I don't know if he'll ever be his father though. I think that must be something that weighs on him at least a little bit. Is, man, my dad is Denzel. You know, I mean, how how do you get to that point? But then again, Michael Douglas might have felt the same way about Kirk Douglas, and I'd say Michael Douglas had a pretty damn good career. So keep your chin up, kid. You know, Michael Douglas is not a slouch. Nobody looks at Michael Douglas's career and be like, well, he never quite had the success of his father. I don't know. He kind of did. He kind of did. Anyway, so yeah, maybe he's on his way. So I would check this film out. I did watch it on Hulu. Funny thing was, I was waiting for it to go on sale. Like VOD, it just never went on sale, so I just never really wanted to rent it. I figured I would buy it if it dipped low enough. Didn't happen, so just watch it on Hulu again, the same place that didn't give me audio description the first time. Yeah, so now I can actually put a grade on this. I can slap a grade on it and call it a day. I think I actually put this in I already made my worst 15 films of 2023. It's weird that it's February and I'm still reviewing films from 2023. I've seen films from 2024 and I haven't released the videos yet because I'm trying to push out all of these older titles that came out from films from 2023. Yeah, so I'm gonna give The Creator a B+. I feel like that's about right for me. I kind of stopped watching it the first time around because I thought there was a lot to like here and I was intrigued, and I thought maybe it could be like an A- movie. I didn't think it was going to make A, but I was like, maybe this could end up being in my top 25 of the year. It still falls kind of a little bit short for me. Or maybe it's the fact that my first time was kind of ruined. I don't know what it is, but the second time through, I did feel validated in the fact that I did like the movie. So it's not like we added audio description. I was like, oh no, this film's terrible. No, I enjoyed it. So, that's it. So make sure to like and subscribe. I have a website, MacTheMovieGuy.com. You can follow me on X, Threads, or Instagram at MacTheMovieGuy. You can go to the audio description project, adp.acb.org. It'll let you know what has audio description and where you can watch it. And you can go to the ADNA.org where you can look up William Michael Redman and see what's up with him there. There's also a lot of things on there. There's a podcast and other things about audio description on the website. So give it a check. Anyway, I will watch something else and see you guys on the other side.